Please. Door closed. Oh.
You're gonna be the next YouTube star.
I already am.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
You got a YouTube channel?
Yeah. My husband does.
Oh, you're on it?
You put my logo there and up, yeah.
Right? Hmm? Pick it up, bro. Slumming it over. It's warmer today. You got a ticket?
Can you hold this?
What? That?
Yep.
What? Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Thank you for letting us go first.
No problem.
A happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Back to you, darling.
Hot bikes. Why do they make suitcases?
How else did you put your clothes using bags?
Well, why do just people not hold them
What do you mean?
and not drag them around?
Because it's easier.
I'm gonna do it the hard way.
Uh-oh. Parking citation. Fine amount, $30.
Okay. I'll take it. I don't care. What for?
Parking.
For what?
Parking meter expired.
But it's free on the weekends on the holiday, and yesterday and today.
You just threw something on the ground. I don't know. Everybody got tickets all down
I
here.
read the fucking website.
I'm gonna put my
Don't
bag.
fight it.
Hit that subscribe button a jillion times. Thank you.
What you talking about? Flying moose? No bombs, right? So the ticket, I did ask her, I guess it was a couple weeks after, and she was like, well, I screwed up, so I went ahead and paid it. I read the website wrong, so yeah, so they were totally in the right for going through and giving everybody tickets and whatnot. So that was kind of funny, but so no funny payoff story to it or nothing. So just, you know, but I guess she admitted she was wrong. So, but, let's see. What's up, Alex? Yep. He's a trip on the, I didn't understand why he was telling me about the bags, and that then when I went and rolled back the video and stuff, and I just happened to be recording on the way out. I was like, I never know what I may catch, and I had it in my hand already, so I just went ahead and hit record. So, yeah, dude, it was like no audio. Hold up, I see the stuff moving. So, I wanted to do first was this company named, I think it's just a rebrand. They're always trolling with names, of course, Kawitz or something. They have these digital multimeters, and they were okay. I had an issue with one model that when you go to ohm stuff out, it has a bit of a delay to it, and they sent me one, and they sent another one hoping that would fix it. But then they sent another model, and I really don't need all the voltmeters. So I figured I'll show them for a couple seconds, and then we'll do like give it away or whatever. I probably can't afford to ship it overseas. So, which one been rock solid? The Kawitz one, old crazy eye? Let's see, zoom right. Let me find Which one is it? The like Ka Wheats digital multimeter HT. Let me see if I can get this on this window here. You said HT118. Damn panda bears, huh? I can ship to Canada, but you'll just have to do some of the cost with me. I don't know if it makes sense for some of these. I guess I should search for yours you have, right? HT118A. Is that it? This one? Where they? I hate when they hide the model. Yeah, that's it. Okay. See, this one's a little different. Okay. This one was a little different. Hold up. What model is this? KM601. The picture looks a lot better than it is, and I keep bumping my mic. I need to tighten my mic up so I don't drive y'all crazy. Do I even see it? Yeah. This one, I think. Yeah, this is the one right here. And I'll add the links later for people that happen to be begrudgingly watching not live. But I want to show you the issue I had is, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I got a sub when you get a sec. Now, what's better for you, Patreon? I think Patreon. I think on it. The YouTube stuff, I mean, it is there. I don't know where the cap went. But it's not as easy to like interact stuff and do stuff with the YouTube one. But I do get some people, and really the reason why I did the membership thing on YouTube was because of a lot of people like, some people didn't want to do Patreon. I think they just had issues with them, and I don't know if it was some sort of political thing or whatever. I never got into the politics of Patreon, but I think Patreon is so. Let me put this on. I had a delay with the meter on the ohming stuff out. Look, I'm showing stuff beforehand. Let's see. I need to get my other mic situated. We got audio? Yeah, we got audio. Let's see if we can not get 10 tons of glare here. We got audio. Yeah, we got audio. We're good. Where's the on? The on button's up top. I mean, it's a nice looking meter. It has like this auto feature on it. But here's the problem I had. Let me plug these in. When I'm like trying to ohm something out real quickly, and even me putting it on, if I can do this upside down, if you have it on auto and you like do touch them together, it takes, I mean, 1001, it takes like a second for it to start reading. And then if I did put it on the ohm section, it's like I'm hitting them together and it's not even beeping. Every once in a while it'll beep. And I know you may think that might be petty, but let me find my other meter. This is a cheap little meter I got, I think from the aisle in Lowe's or something like that. But when I'm dragging the leads down like on a ESP chip or something, like I'll use Want More's little board here, which we'll get to. If I'm sitting here taking and I'm just trying to drag, I know there's a glare on it, but when I take and dragging the thing, I mean, I want it to be quick. And I mean, you look at this, it's every time and it's split second. And that was the only major complaint I had with that. And they have a smaller one. I don't know if it's called the ST, and I can't see the chat, so y'all go ahead and pick on me a good bit. And hopefully I don't hear the traffic too bad. I got my window open. Not trying to make y'all jealous. It's just the wife runs the heater too much and it gets too warm in here. Let's see. This one wasn't as bad. And I think they call this one the ST or something. ST600Y. And if I do change it to that feature, if we can get it without the glare, just prop it up on the other one, Travis. There we go. Something like that. It's not as bad, but it's still got a little delay to it. And I didn't notice it really until I started trying to ohm something out, and that's when I noticed it was getting, you know, it was like kind of slow. So, so instead of me sitting on the meters, and I did my duty of showing their meters. I mean, it does. We'll mess with them later in the doing the little LEDeez stuff. But I'd have one of the ST600Ys, and before I say it, let me put my hands on the other one, and now otherwise I'll do the three. Hold on. Yeah, here's the third. This KM601. I haven't even opened this one. So, let's see what we got on the chat before. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is what you. But I guess you say what you get, what you pay for. And I've got a little cheap that little Southwire meter that I got from Lowe's or something, or Home Depot. That I think it was like $20, and it had maybe it was $30 or something, but it had like 3 devices together, and it was pretty cheap. So I do have my other Fluke as well, but that little cheap meter does me well, and I won't cry if I break it. So. Shouldn't be 144P. Let me put my desk back. Yeah. I did some stuff with AC, and you'll show we did with some stuff with DC on it, and it's fine. So, yeah, it should be running. If the resolution, I have seen. I'm going to say Le Petit Pony. I don't know, I'm screwed up. The pony person. Yeah, if you do, sometimes it will change the stream down if there's an issue on your side or with YouTube's or whatever. And you just got to go back and change the resolution and force it to the higher one. So, that's all. So let's do this real quick and get this over with. And the people can jump out. I didn't even put giveaway as part of the thing. I think Flying Moose. Oh, one other thing is I won't have to change. is, I don't know if I doubt he's here. I hadn't seen him. Tony Lamont. He sent me, he's in Australia, and he sent me some boards and stuff. And there's definitely ESP Now remotes. I haven't been able to go through all of it, but I've got a couple of these, and I figured someone can use them out there. And if you did want to enter them, these are his little boards. Let me zoom in on this thing. Oh, it's upside down. If I put it to the right side, I forgot I'm on split screen. There we go. So he has these little boards that are they're USB flashers. I think he made them for the Sonoffs, and he made them to fit the Shelly Plus line. Because see, they have those little dot pitch to it. That's for the Shelly Plus line, and instead of trying to, so if you do have a bunch of those to do, yeah. We can. I got a couple of those. I can send to some people, so we'll do those. So here we go. If we do, I know majority of people, because of the time frame, majority is going to be U.S., but I know some of the cost on these things. It may not be beneficial to ship internationally. So if it's somebody that's out of the country, we'll have to figure something else out. Where is the giveaway thing? All right. We'll leave it past 10 minutes. Now be careful about trying to ship to Australia. I was trying to put one for Australia the other day, and I guess because of all the mail except for like priority was disabled, or I guess being denied going to Australia. And so it was like, I want to say it was like $50 for me to send to Australia for some reason. So, so we'll do first the, what was the model number? We'll do the KM601. Oh, don't ask about those horrible dimmers. Yeah, so this is the KM601. Those dimmers, if you're asking about those GoSun dimmers, that's the one I'm thinking about, the little touch dimmers. So you had to do all the stupid scripting and everything, and they are an absolute pain unless you like, I had issues with them with just stock firmware. So that's the first one we'll do. If you want to be in there, just make sure you're in the chat and I'll pull it back up. Hit the mute button there. So we got 14 people. That stained glass. That's the wife put that up, and yeah, this is the chat. You'll see yourself. It's delayed a little bit, but it should put yourself in there, Joe. Yeah, yeah. See, there you are. So I'm just gonna ramble a little bit in that way. Yeah, I tried to hang something cooler up there, but the wife is like, yeah, I don't know about that just yet. So it's still for like 8.2 or something dumb for them to work well. Oh, we're talking about the things. All right. All right, I'm gonna scroll up and down, and we'll see who gets the first meter. It says 10 minutes, Snowman. All right, Tony Fav got the first meter. If you don't want it, holla back. Anyone know a good Zigbee motion sensor with lux? Actually, a really good one is the Philips Hue one with lux. It's rigged, huh? Tony Fav, first meter. And I got another one. I got the other model, the chubby TP link. Yeah, you want to see that, Chub? Where is it at? Somewhere. Yeah, NYX is the second meter, and then I got that other third one. I want to see. Don't ask me totally what the difference is. I guess we could look it up. Was it ST something? ST 600Y or something? Yeah, 600Y. Yeah, this one here. Okay, they're about the same price. So, yeah. Now, James, I will say the price is a lot higher for the Philips Hue motion, but it's pretty good on. I mean, for what you get and how well configurable it is. I did in that motion sensor video, and also it does take. I want to say it's 2 AAA batteries, so easy access to batteries if batteries die. I mean, you can probably get AAAs anywhere, I would assume, and it's like double the cost of what some other motion sensors are, but the damn thing works great. So, oh, Tony said re-roll. Where's he at? Are y'all screwing with me? I'll pass, roll again. Okay. So we'll do the, this is for Tony's that he gave up. Justin gets the meter. It's really rigged. I'm trying to remember what other one had lux. The Iris one had it, I think, but it's discontinued and they're expensive as hell on eBay. And then we have what was it? ST what? ST600. I'm making notes to myself, so I'm gonna forget who won what. Oh, that's right. The Aquaria does have, yeah. The Aquaria, yeah. If you can get it, that's another good one. The Aquaria one does have. If you just be mindful of the Aquaria issues that on the Zigbee side it has. So that's another one good one. Okay, now y'all got me all. It's called Aquaria. It's like an aquarium, but it's Aquaria. How y'all want me to say it? All right, so we're doing the other one. Snowman has the ST600Y. And then we have 2 big bucks. Dr. Pixel Popper. The Aquaria one. Look, now my meter's getting mad. It's Aquaria motion sensor. and it comes with the cool little base and everything. It just has that if you get it paired, you're just gonna have to. It's there's Aquarius stuff I find is sticky, meaning it won't reroute over to another like repeater or coordinator or whatever. Yeah. But once you get it working, it's fine. And sometimes they do with pairing. They take multiple times. Sometimes they get them to pair, and everything's beeping like crazy at me. Look, that's great. And we'll do 2 real quick for the those little flashers. Is this like the game of phonetics? You know how difficult and weird Aquaria? See, I know Aquaria, like an aquarium. Come on, y'all get it right. Y'all the ones are all saying it wrong. You just get it right. All right, so we're gonna do 2 more. Old Crazy Eye gets a Old Crazy Eye on the USB flasher deal for the Shelleys, and that's from Tony Lamont. See, look, and Chris has even got it right. Aquarium. Just call it the aquarium sensors. That's what we're gonna do. Oh my gosh, they won't stop. Wow. Okay, we'll do another one. Where's the re-roll? And Petit Pony? Let me shut all the meters off. Never mind, they're already off. Yeah, give one more flasher. He needs it. Petite. See, I used to live off a road called Petit, so that's what makes me want to say Petit. So, cool. So we got that out the way, and we're done with the live stream, and we're just good to go, right? So, what else were we going to talk about here? Was this the first one? Our Acadian brothers are sad. So I'm gonna jump straight to the LEDeez project, and it's exactly what who was saying that in Discord? Was it? Oh, Hutch. I don't know if Hutch is here. Hutch, but he may have been reading the thing. So, there. I know there's a bunch of different LED stuff out there, we're gonna do kind of a little full thing on this. Me and one more, and he did have. I guess he wanted to work through and do his own little LED controller that was kind of simple. And this is the only picture I have right now, unless he posts some other ones. I'm looking through. I have an older picture, but if he wants to send me something on there, you're more than welcome to, Justin. But I know there was a couple people asking about the fuse holder, and he changed a couple things, and he even and I don't approve of. No, I'm picking. He put in my little logo thing on there, and of course the logo up here. I think he chose that. I think it's like supposed to be like a rabbit or something. I'm not sure. Hadn't figured that one out. If y'all do, y'all can let me know in the comments down below, right? Hopefully the filters don't get it too much, but it has a buck converter. And I'll load one up here, and we do feed it in 12 volts, and it has a buck converter and an ESP32 built on, so there's no like daughter board to put on there. I know he is trying to make some different shields for it, and there's other pins that are open, and then it is for feeding out 2 strings of 12 volts. The butt converter. So let's pull the guy up here. We'll pull up the full thing, right? Enough looking at stupid pictures. Then you want to look at my ugly mug. As long as it let's see. Where's the button? Oh, there we go. I should have shrunk it. But yeah, so hold up one second. We will do studio desk, full desk. So that's a lot easier to see. that video is actually an old video that I actually did of testing AC power going backwards through a DC power supply. So the power supply was toast anyway, so I was playing with it. Where is my? We'll use this. So want more may be able to help out a little more. He is making, now of course this is the 0.3 actually here. You can see he's already made changes. Is like these are changed to the quick connects in the picture. The fuse holders in there. I know he's changed this cap. I think the reason for this cap, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, which is a lot, is he had to change parts because of the availability of the SMD cap for some reason, I believe. But basically, you feed it in the 12 volts. It's going to do 12 volts out. And so the way, of course, you've got 2 grounds here. And then you've got your voltage. I guess it would be voltage out, not voltage in. But I get the terminology. And then you have the LED data 1 and 2. And it does have a, I would say, level shifter. And then you've got all different pins broken out. You've got a button down here for GPIO 0 to ground, and you've got your ESP32 is straight on the board, and then you've got all your pins down here. I don't know if you can see without getting too much of a glare. There we go. You got 5 volts ground, GPIO 0, RX, TX, and 3.3 volts. So pretty cool little board. I mean, so it's just kind of self-contained, and I think old Crazy Eye was trying to make a 3D case for it, but I think Want More keeps changing so much on it too quickly. So I do have let me move all these voltmeters out the way. So I'm doing 12 volts. And I don't have it active yet. But basically, you can see the same thing. What I'm doing here I'm just feeding it in 12 volts here, and the buck converter handles doing the 3.3 volts to the ESP chip, and then I just wired in plugs for doing some WS2812 12 volt lights. And I know he has some thing talking about doing 5 volts, but I don't have any 5 volt lights anyway. I've always done the 12 volts. And it works fine for the most part. I did put Tasmota on it first, and then I went WLED just to try to, just to see how to messing with it. So you can really put whatever firmware you want, as long as because it's the regular ESP32 chip, the dual core. And I'd put it with WLED, and I did 2 different string types or segments, and pretty simple little board. I'm looking for my other video. I should have my, this one? Yeah. I forgot my drink. Oh, you want a poll now? I just found out how to play the poll game. Look, I can copy and paste that in there, Tony. Oh, we gotta do it differently. Is it or how you change the options? Or there we go. So let me catch up on the chat here. Yeah, I know, Justin. I'm messing with you. Oh, that's right. So it does work up to 24 volts. Remember you saying that. And I know you were talking about doing like a bypass or something for 5 volts, and then it would just, or I don't know if you did that or not, or were planning on doing that. Yeah, so whatever ESP32 capable firmware, I mean, because you just plug it up to the TTL on the side and go. Yeah, so he's making a few changes. Where is my other screen? Yeah, so you can see he's made a few changes compared to the one on there already. So I do like the quick plugs you can pull on and off. And I don't know if I may have some of those. But I think they're pretty cool. It's just like you just put the wire in, close a little door, and you can just snap them in and off. So if you start to see something, smoke come out, you can instantly pull it, and maybe you won't smoke as many things. No, I do not object, James, on and we can talk a little bit about Zigbee after we get past some of this if you want. The CC2652 chipsets with Zigbee to MQTT is downright awesome, I can tell you that. So... So we're going to jump through that. That's all the LEDeez project. And I don't know exactly. Justin's trying to get to a stopping point on scope creep. And I think he's going to order like a batch of them. Maybe speaking some for him or not. I think it's more of a hobby thing. I don't know if he's going to sell them on Tindy or something like that. We may just sell them in Discord. I have no idea. when I find out, I'll post a post or something on the YouTube channel, and we'll go from there and just see where you can get them and stuff. It's pretty neat. It's a little simple little board. I don't think the cost is going to be crazy high on them either, because I know he's been trying to pay attention to some of the availability and cost of some of the components. So, Jaren, it should be. It's doing the level converter up to 5 volts. So anything else that you've ever done out there, I can't speak for how on distance and all the other boards and stuff. It should be around the same. So there is also, if there is on Discord, if you, does this command still work? On Discord, if you go to, maybe it was just the D or something, I don't remember. If you go look under LEDeez Projects on the Discord server, and I know you have to hit like active threads sometimes, and then you can go, there's called the Thingamajig development. So, yeah, finally, Nightbot, you woke up. I thought I was pretty slow at some things. So, what else? No, it's cool, James. I did want to talk about also the ESP32, and we'll end this poll. ESP32-S3. And you may be saying, well, what the hell is the ESP32-S3? So I got 37% people are with me. Yeah, I've actually got some of them that going 15 feet with no level converters on my old school way. So, in a nutshell, their ESP32-S3 is supposed to be like this crazy chip for doing all the things. They are kind of expensive if you get them off Amazon. I may be a little cheaper off of AliExpress. And I have like pretty much this exact one. And you can see it has the regular USB. It is micro or mini or whatever the hell USB. It's not USB-C, unfortunately. You do have 2 USB ports on it, because it actually has a USB interface where it can be a USB host, I believe. And this little dev board has a ton of freaking damn GPIO pins, but it does all kind. They're supposed to have this AI acceleration support. We don't care about security because we don't want the thing secured down for us. But that's just the overview. But the cool thing was, we thought it was at first was not going to be able to be compiled with Tasmota because of the kind of like the SDK version. It was going to break a lot of things with Tasmota, but Expressive came out with it in the version. Jason, is it 82 or 2866 or something? I can't remember. I get his name screwed up. Got too many numbers in it. He worked his crazy work and got Tasmota on it, and it does freaking work. And I'll show you. Let me put one more stuff up. Let's see. So what I'm really interested in is if it can do more, like with the LEDeez Project, and let me zoom this in a little bit here so y'all can see all the flux. But what I did is I just plugged it into a little cable, and I had this BME6. I wanted to see if this would actually work with I2C, and so I hooked up this BME 688, and just let it run all day. And I wanted to really see how it worked, and it worked out great. Yeah, look, Tony coming up with the, and no, I didn't solder that. That's not all my flux stuff on there. Let me find, yeah, here it is. I'm gonna pull it up on the other screen here in a second. Yeah, it's really more of a joke about the security thing. I know the problem we've run into, like what Tony's talking about, is the there was one dimmer that had a ESP32 Solo in it, and they actually disabled the bootloader. So you had physical access to the chip. You could hook up to RX and TX. You could hook up GPIO 0. You could solder the damn thing. You could do whatever. But not a damn thing you could do to ESP tool it. No matter, you couldn't flash it. They disabled the bootloader. And from what we saw was in some of the different threads and stuff on Arduino and everything, they were just pretty much saying, well, hey, if you disable the bootloader, that's it. There's no getting the bootloader back. So this is all kind of brand new, of course, with it. Let me zoom in a little bit. And I was really shocked to even see the BME 680 even work with this S3. A lot of stuff is actually compiling out of the box. And they even have the, let me turn this light off so y'all can see it. There's a WS2812 on the board, and it works as well. So that was one of the things that wasn't working, was the WS2812. And I know the color looks kind of messed up, but it actually is changing colors. So so what's crazy is the free memory is 230K. This one does have 4 mega flash. So let me pull up some of the specs. ESP32-S3 data sheet. This will be a little better instead of me talking. Yeah, so it's the dual core up to 240 megahertz. There's 512 kilobytes SRAM. What else was I seeing that was cool on there? It was all cool and stuff. It's still just 2.4 gigahertz. This is not the one that does Wi-Fi 6. What else are we seeing? So there's the 45 GPIOs, 3 UARTs. You get LED PWM up to 8 channels. I think we'll be perfectly fine with up to 8 channels. There's your USB. What else do they have? Here's all your security stuff. The AES 128.256, which it is going to help out doing like HTTPS and stuff like that. So now I've heard the ultra low power is pretty damn nice on this thing as well. I haven't messed with that yet. So so there's a bunch of cool features you can go dig through and nerd out. So yep, Jim's in the house. Jim is in the house. We all got to straighten up. So I guess look at I want to see ESP32 data sheet. I think they have that one in there as well. I'm looking at the speed. I think they have the CPU mark. Yeah. So it's 9. What's the difference in speed on these things? So it's a little quicker. A little quicker, but you can see the number of features is not going to be, you know, it's because they just came out with it. So pretty cool little chip. I'm kind of curious to see how things turn out with it, and I'm impressed they've got it this far. So, and it's like, hey, is it going to be this one we're messing with in the next LED project if they can get WLED on it and mess with? I like the C3s as well for like doing the Blairy project, but this one looks pretty cool. So, it is, if you want to put Tasmota on it, I don't think they have a compile. You have to do a custom compile for it to get those going. Let's see. What we got going on here? Oh, the cough bulbs. Yeah. If you're curious what what James was talking about. These, they also have the same ones on the Cloud Free shop as well, which is, I think he's in, is it Indiana? Yeah, one of y'all can y'all can tell me. So it's not on Amazon, but the cough ones are on Amazon. But here's the cool part about it right here. Check this out. A bulb with ground, RX, TX, 3V3, and GPIO 0. It is just a 1 meg flash, but with 1 meg flash, you can do all your things, ESP home, some WLED if you force it on there with the smaller ones, and and of course Tasmota stuff on it. So yes, everybody is in Indiana, and I'll say it here, eventually when it gets where I can wear shorts in Indiana, I'll have to make a trip up there and we'll do a weekend or something, get together with all the fools in the Indiana area next few months or something. So, but yeah, he does some pretty cool stuff with the cough stuff. I'm not a big fan of the smart plug because there's no pin header on it, and everybody seems to have that same smart plug, but that's just me. We still have the S30 for now, I'm hoping, or S31. Is the S30? I think it's S31. So he's got all the code and everything. He's done a couple little videos on it and stuff, and he's got all the pin outs. So he's got all the stuff on there for doing the. I clicked on the smart plug, smart bulb. Where's the one? He's got some effects or something doing. Doing WLED effects to the bulbs. Let me turn my sound off so he don't try to get me for copyright or something. Is he going to make it go? Yeah, so I guess he's syncing them up with WLED, with DDP. Yeah, there he goes. Which is pretty cool. Yes. So I do want to, you got a good segue into the S40. I hope this is not the end of the S31. They're making an S40, and they did find out that it is not ESP based. So don't jump on there and try to go jump on here and say, hey, I'm going to get me this new plug. Yeah, don't just yet. We haven't found out if they're discontinuing the S31 or not. I hope not. That's by far one of my favorite plugs. So, what other news we got here? I'm trying to remember. I think that was about the only thing else I had lined up. Does Does he lead or lead? How would you say that? Jim, so you can just put it on 2x and it'll sound like normal. Yeah. I hate to I hate to be that person of, hey, the sky's falling. But yeah, make sure you don't buy the light ones. The light ones, they're the same exact plug, but they don't have the power monitoring chip. So what you can get, oh, they're $10. Were they cheaper at one point? That's the light for 4-pack. The 2-pack, so the 4-pack would be a little bit cheaper. Well, you'll save what, $1 over, so you'll save 25 cents a plug. But so you can pick whatever pack you want. I'll link them in there. But yeah, if you haven't dealt with doing the Sonoff S31 and you're in the North America market that can do that plug, downright my favorite plug. I've had one running on my washer, one running on my gas dryer for probably 3 years now, and they just solid freaking plugs. And here's the best part, but I should have this ready to go, but I don't. Plugs. Do I have a picture of it? Probably don't. Yeah. Well, see if I can find it. That's the longer video. Must have been. Thought they're all long, right? I know I got a picture of that thing somewhere. Yeah. So don't worry about that ugly dude down at the bottom. We'll get him out the way. Yeah, there we go. Is you can open this thing up, and there's like 4 screws, and there's just the pads. There's VCC here, RX, TX, and then you skip these 2. I think those actually go to the power monitoring chip, and then you have ground. And you don't even need to solder to it. You can actually do the clips if you really want to. I show that somewhere in here. Look, there's even a better picture. I showed doing the clips to it. Yeah. So you can do the little clippy boys to it. So, the Iris Zigbee Z-Wave. Yeah. Did my last job's entire venue with them. Thanks. Well, there you go. Cool. So they do have a fuse on them as well. We did pick on the hold up. Where is it? Did I close it already? I wonder if they picked. I wonder if they fixed it. I didn't tell them. I'm not going to. Y'all can. Where's the feature about the fuse? Yeah, the fuse automatically fuses to protect the device. It was something about the fusing. Yeah, they were picking on about the automatic fusing. I can't remember what it was. The clips. I wish they should just call them Clippy Boys in Amazon, right? What was it called? Like Test DuPont Clip Leads or something. I'm gonna end up finding something I don't want. They have some that actually have. Here it is, right here. Goopchin. those are pretty cool because they have, and I'm paste the link in the chat. They already have the DuPont on the thing. Yeah, fuses fusing. That's what it was. So these are pretty cool because they have the DuPont jumper on female jumper on the bottom of them already, and then you got that little clip. The copper on them is kind of soft, so once you do once you do bend them, just be careful on bending them, because I have also broken them by bending them too much. So, but yeah, so we couldn't afford another vowel. The pure D batteries, they sure did figure that word out. So I don't know if we'll go there at this chat again, or maybe we will. Oh, cool. So okay, that's cool. See, I need to buy me some of those. I did notice no, Sonoff Zigbee. I did notice they have the Zigbee dongle on here. Amazon's choice for Clippy boys. Is that one of them that has on here, like, you've also bought? I think it's funny. Sometimes there'll be like, people also bought this. I forgot what it was. Was it Sonoff S31? Look, there you go. Frequently bought together. I love it. The S31, the FTDI, and then there's your Clippy boys. There you go. Get it all for $32.97. Price is subject to change. What was the other one? Was it Linkind switch? Not that one. Or see, I never like they had this one all screwed up. Where's the link? I know I can find it out of here. How much are those things still? Well, they're for $40, which I know it's not $5 a switch like we found them, but still $10 a damn switch. Yeah, look, there you go. There, look, you can buy your 4-pack and you get an S31 with it, Justin. So, yep, y'all are all part of the machine. With appreciating ligmas, or no, that's definitely. Where is my other ligma? I know it's up there somewhere. We've all been there, buying stuff you forgot, especially what's worse is AliExpress, because you bought something that took a month or something. You're like, what the hell did I buy this for? You just don't remember. Yes, and Caleb, because there's definitely, you have to go play ping pong, right? So. And those are sold on Amazon, by the way, if you want to go ahead and buy them. They're I forgot that was a Discord thing. So so I said I wouldn't do it, but they are here. So you can get if you have a MacBook. Did they take it off? No, they're here. Okay. Whew. Okay. I mean, if we have to replace your MacBook battery, I mean, you have to have the best battery you can ever get. So I'm so glad that Amazon has not taken that off of the list for the MacBook Pro. So, but they're great batteries from what I hear. So about the IT Zigbee dongle, I know that was being asked about. James was asking about it. Yeah. If you can really look, Caleb, YouTube went ahead and already marked your thing as should you show it or hide it, but you did it correctly, but you didn't put. See, and I really don't know about those batteries. I don't have a MacBook, so that's just what I heard for people that bought it. What was worth it versus the dev board? Which one? The Zigbee stick? I think he still has them. Oh, look, he got a new thing on Cloud Free. He got light switches coming soon. Cool stuff. Where's does he have the Zigbee stuff on here? Zigbee, the dongle. Yeah. So he's got a little cheaper still on Cloud Free, and he is in the US. And you can use those as a router as well, router repeater. And as Tony talked about, hey, get an extra one. And not trying to just sell you more crap. Get an extra one in case you have some issue with one, and you can use it as a repeater router. And if something happens, and you can just cycle it into your coordinator if you have to. So let me pull the where is the Discord? And still a great option for Zigbee is tubes. If you want to do the did I pull it up right? His Zigbee coordinators. And I know he's still, oh look, this one's actually not out of stock. I'm impressed. So that one is a Ethernet one that runs a ESP chip inside, and it does Ethernet, and it's also that same CC2652 chipset. But of course, you're going to pay a little more being doing Ethernet. That one is not PoE, but you can get a PoE splitter, and if you really want to flex, you can get a PoE coordinator for $85. So. Yeah, so, and I got no affiliation with Tube. I've showed his stuff on Zigbee. He's really good. He's actually I know he's probably around Discord and some other ones, but he's in my Discord from time to time answering questions and talking with people through things that I think that's excellent customer service. So is I've seen Cloud Free around in my Discord. Cough has been in there. It's really cool to see some of these guys do various things, and for the community of being able to keep things local. So there is another company that contacted me, Virage Labs. I did ask because I just want to see it first. It did ask for some samples, and what I'll end up doing is because I don't need any more light switches, trust me. We'll show a couple of their things, and I think they're located in Canada, I believe, but they also ship to the US, and they're also pre-flashed, but I don't want to get into too much of their stuff. I don't have it on hand right now, but he's got some pre-flash stuff as well, and we'll do that. I'm going to live stream, and I'll give that stuff away. So I think he's got like a hub, a receptacle, RF bridge, trying to think what else he's got. The link ain't there. It goes. it got a dimmer and a switch, etc. So pretty cool to see that. So let's see. Yeah, so the Ethernet thing, and I know some people ask all about that. Well, hey, which one should I get? I want to put something centrally located. Hey, that's great. But if you do build out a decent mesh of mains powered stuff, it doesn't really matter where the coordinator's at. Because like I've got my server where I have my unit, my USB Sonos stick right now. It's in the corner of the house. It's probably one of the worst locations I could probably put it for being it's not centrally located at all. Now I'm just single story. I do have a couple sensors in the attic, but I've even got a plug up there. But I'll pull up my map here, and it does just work. Just once you have enough mains powered stuff. So you're asking about the CC. Okay, so you have the R1 from like probably Electro Llama or Slash, maybe. Oh, okay. Or you could have the other chips. There's so many chipsets. That I don't know, sir, good enough, is if that's the newer style one or the older style. I'm not sure. Oh, you have the TI dev board. Okay. Yeah, because there was nowhere to get a 2652 chipset, and there was like all you could get was from TI. So, so yeah, that's going to be that same chipset. The power's not as high on there. You can't go run that full like 9. I don't think it's the max you can go is 5. I think with that one you can't go run that full 9 or 20. But unless you're doing those long range shots, that I probably wouldn't run 20 anyway. I think I have mine set at 9, and it does get you higher LQI numbers, but it hasn't made it worse or better changing that number. So let's talk about, let's go into, this is my Zigbee 2MQTT. Let me see if I'm not chopping off the bottom of my screen. Nope. Okay. How do you remap stuff? You don't, except for Aquaria. I've had issues with Aquaria. Is one, and I'm not making this. I know people think, well, you're just picking on Aquaria. You don't like them for some reason. No, there's actually a true, real thread. I know this is about Habitat, but it's Zigbee. And they gave a lot of information. This article is actually linked in Zigbee 2MQTT because actually the Xiaomi Aquarium, I'll call them the aquarium devices, they don't even like some coordinators. They don't like some routers. And they even documented which ones they don't behave with. And I've had the issue where my Aquarius, I had one of the Aquarius sensors outside, and I had it where it would just fall off the network one day. And I actually went and put another sensor next to it to see if it was having the same problem. And no, the Aquarius would just fall off the network for no reason. I just go back and pair it and come back. Well, eventually I did get it. Once I did find it would pair with another light bulb like clear across the house. Horrible. It just get triggered. I didn't say anything, Justin. I can if you want me. No, I won't piss everybody off. But I did find if I did, and I tinkerer, it's just funny, this was in my face a lot, and I never noticed it. What you need to do is go to where you're going to put that Aquaria device and go pick the closest mains power device with it and then pair it. And that makes, like, if you have like a plug that's over there, it will pair just with that plug. It will force it to be paired with that plug. So, yeah. And it's funny, you're talking about the Sonoff devices. Is mine actually connected? It would be a miracle if it freaking is. No, here it is. Just doing the thing like it normally does. The Sonoff motion, it hangs out by itself. It doesn't get connected. So oh, so before I forget, Becky, and no one's in my house called Becky. The Becky motion sensor, and if you've listened to any Sir Mix-a-Lot songs that start with Becky, you'll understand. So let me put this up here. This is a singlet, I would say normal size light bulb. I know I got a big head, but normal size light bulb. Look at the size of the freaking motion sensor. And I've got them side by side, and this is big as round as a freaking light bulb. This is that TP-Link. They were on sale for like $9 on B&H Video. And just to give you an idea, and this one's fairly big. I don't say big. It's this is that Lenkine motion sensor. I mean, it's crazy. Now it's crazy. Now there is one advantage to this. Is it does take AAA batteries. So it's regular batteries. Yeah, we need a banana. And this thing is, that we call it the chonky. I call it Becky now. You know, if you remember the song, you know, it starts out, "Oh my God, Becky, look at her." You know, so that's why I call that one Becky. It's a stupid joke, but whatever. I remember that one. So, but there you go. I can't sing this song, man. YouTube copyrights. I guarantee you we'd get popped with that one. Maybe I should do more of the Twitch thing, right? So if you haven't messed with Zigbee to MQTT, this is Zigbee to MQTT, and I clicked on something and I need to get off of it somehow. But yeah, so Zigbee to MQTT, if you haven't messed with it, I will tell you, if you are doing ZHA, it's awesome, and you probably won't go back. Oh, Twitch will get you at the DMCA? Wow, okay. So I have... You can see some of these are like... This is a plug that is across the yard in the chicken coop, and it actually runs on the... there's the temperature sensor, so it is pairing up correctly with that one. I have a router here that's a little circuit setup stick. I have another little router that's in my bedroom that's actually running on some other little battery devices. So now here's something I thought was crazy. Is I know everybody asks us about the LQI. Like, what's a good LQI? Don't get stuck with looking at the numbers. Does it work? And build out a mesh you think would work, and it'll be fine. Because, like, this is that Aquaria outdoor one. It's 18. It seems to be fine. I don't know why this... And I think some of the battery sensors, and this is just... I've read some of this stuff, but I haven't seen some concrete, like, white papers on it. Is my assumption that I've read is some of the things is the battery power devices can do a variable transmittal power, if that's make that word up. And so I have ones that are stupid close, like 10 feet, not even that, a few feet from a mains power device. So it should have a very good signal. And yet they have a small signal, a small number. And so the larger the number, the better. The smaller number, the worse. The quality index. And I think it's because those devices are scaling themselves back because they're battery powered. So it kind of makes sense why they have a smaller number. The Aquaria, they list in that thread. I haven't had the issue of the routers not, it says here Zigbee repeaters not reported to not work with Xiaomi devices. Like Centralite, some GE stuff, some Iris, Lightify, Smart Things. There's a few things in there that they know. Now, and these are ones that known to work. Let's see what mine is. What's mine attached to? Okay, so mine's hooked up to a Lenkind plug right now, and it's probably about 30 foot across the yard from it where it's at. So, and it works great. So Jaron, you asking about Zigbee to Tasmota device groups. If you know of any JavaScript people, I think that's where it belongs. Battery operated devices in the bedroom. You know that in that time you cannot ever rely on batteries. Well, maybe if you have my power company, you're probably relying on batteries is probably better. So there you can plug. They have some you can plug in the wall. Jim, I don't know if you know that. You kind of old school, but get the 120 or the 240 if you're over across the pond. So. Yeah, so that kind of makes sense to me, but I know there's different specs and different firmware, different chips. Some don't do that from what I was reading. So I know, damn mods. What else are we trying to get to? It's been an hour and a half. We did all the stuff. Oh, whoever was doing the giveaway crap, I think I know that Justin C guy, or is it Justin's? No, why did I say Justin? Justin S. Why put C? NYX, they're in the Snowman, the Snowman and Le Petit Pony. Make sure you hit me up in Discord and get your address. Is it S? Yeah, C was S. S and C is pretty close, right? What else are we gonna get to? I didn't have anything. Oh, if one tail end project, I know some people were. Is it? Let's see. This is old crazy guy did this one. He drug me into this. If you haven't played with this, it's called Tasmo Compiler. Yeah, I have the same issue with the power. It sucks. This is pretty cool that you can go through and set and compile your own Tasmota bins with your own SSID and password. You can pick your features you want. You can pick your chipset. Say I want a C3 with all this stuff, or I want the S2. I want the generic ESP32-S3 with all the little different cool features. And then you can do there, and then you can hit, hey, I want development, and hit compile, and it just compiles your own bin of Tasmota bin file right there in front of your own eyes. I know the Unraid users, old Crazy Eye put it in as a template. Tasmo compiler git. I think he does it, or there's got a GitHub. Yeah. I'll put the link. So there's a couple ways to install it. It's a Docker container. I don't know if there's like any has iOS or IO, or what do they call it these days. I forget. You have a GitHub. There's a multiple way. Okay, start Tasmo in Docker. I don't see anything else. So, but that's a cool little project for there. Yeah, so there is Gitpod as well. I just ran it in a Docker container, and I know old Crazy Eye was saying, and I think even we were talking about it, it looked like it was compiling in Gitpod, but it doesn't appear to do that for me. When you hit compile, I went and checked on my CPU usage on my computer, well, my little server, and I could see it was maxing out the CPU. So, I think you should be able to do everything, James. If it's not in that list, I know I'm kind of blowing through this real quick because there's not really a whole lot to it except for one piece that needed a little bit of code per se was where is it at? Custom parameters or parameters, however you want to say it. Contribute. Don't say that in front of my wife too fast, and she'll be quick to correct you. You can come in here and put in here your own. You can do your defines and undefines as put them in the custom parameters. And where you get those, I mean, people are like, where do I get those? Let me zoom out. Yeah, Snowman, to hit me a PM, make sure and do me a PM in Discord. Want to start everything over, Fred, or what? I hit compile. We'll see if we can get the bin out. Let's see. You asking about those meters. Was it RS? What meter is it? RS 485? Yeah, right here, like those SDM 72. That the one you're asking? I probably something. It's a good example. You could take this same define right here. Now make sure and take the 2 slashes off. That don't want to put that in there, and use that as the in the custom configuration, that example it shows to do your define to bring in your different sensors you want. I know there's a bunch of them in here, and this is just I know I kind of went here kind of quick. This is just the user config from the Tasmota, the GitHub project. So it has everything in here, all the different defines and stuff, so you can just throw your own stuff in there. Another one would be if you run some different WS2812 stuff that has a different color order. That's another reason you'd want to compile your own. I don't think that's, yeah, see how they have right here that Neo GRB, you can change the actual color order. So yeah, I've done the whole thing back, and I will say it's really powerful to do your own platform IO stuff, and it's pretty easy to do once you do it a few times, but this is a freaking GUI, and it's there. Okay, so this did compile while we were running our mouth. You were saying it didn't pull the bin out? All right, Flying Moose, take it easy, man. It should. Yeah, so I just clicked the link, and I can see it pulling from my IP, and it pulls from the Docker container. So you got the firmware bin GZ, and I did notice if you do ESP32 stuff, it will do the factory bins, and you're probably saying, what the hell is a factory bin? I need to add this to my little wiki thing I'm building. Is this here. You don't need all those special partition files and bootloader files. Have them all in the same folder. Jason2866 did this cool little thing. I'll leave this here. It's a good little link, and it has the ESP tool thing if you don't want to do the web flasher and you just want to use and do the build name and then the factory.bin. That's for the ESP32, and it's like a 1 bin file flash, and it works pretty cool. So Somebody tagged me somewhere. I don't know if they were sending me a picture or not. Okay, that was Snowman. Okay. What else we got? Anything else? Anybody got any questions before I roll or anything? It's 10 o'clock for me, getting late for some people. Trying to think what else we need to cover. The one controversial issue is, do they have a link to it on here? The Nabu Casa change. Where's that at? Yeah, annual subscription. Here it is. Is in France. See above. Probably need to re-roll. Where's Petite Pony? Why is it stupid thing doing that? See above. How far above, Justin? You just jacking with me? I don't know. Copy and paste it or something. What's your favorite polo shirt color? Burgundy. If you haven't watched the video, you'll know why. Yeah, and I'll say, and I'll tell it like it is. I know some people are like, oh, it's just, an increase of 30% from 5 to 650. That's a good bit. But I do like that they can pay yearly. So, and I think it only ends up going up a little bit per month. So I kind of understand it. And I guess maybe they're going to hire some others. So, but hey, we still have the ability to do the manual way of Google Home and the Amazon Echoes. So, polo shirt color, extra small. And I think I have that queued up for the ending video, but it's just, I have just the intro and outro of that clipped, I think. So, maybe I should do like what about the green? I don't know if he's brought it back. I don't know why he dropped it, but is the green screen one-piece leotard that Dr. Z's would wear. So, yeah. And don't let him fool you. That was really a one-piece leotard that he wore. Do not let that fool you. I think we pulled it up on Amazon. We found it one day. One-piece turtle neck bodysuit. Okay. See? But it's green. Do they have the green? They got to have green, right? Whoa. Okay, we can't have that on. This is Amazon, right? But see, they need the green. They had to have a bright green one. We found one time. So, don't let him fool you. He does wear, maybe he wears shorts with it. I don't know. So, but, Discord filters. They're horrible. Horrible. Did you see the other one, Justin, that it lets everybody else post everything but not me? I know. It wouldn't let me paste the meme thing from Ferris Bueller because it had the mouth open thing. So, did y'all find that thing from Petite Pony yet? Y'all just make something up? Is there an icon? Because I don't want to sit here and scroll and then, y'all pick on me while I'm not. Oh, Flashable. I see Flashable with ESP Home too. I don't know where it's at. I'll do that one on Discord. We'll do that on Discord. So, you saw him say it? Y'all want to roll it on here or y'all want to just do it on Discord later? Circuit setup versus Emporia. Well, let's see. Okay, so y'all said enough, right? Circuit setup.us, Travis. Is Nightbot still up somewhere? I don't know if it is. We've been through so many windows. Just send it to you, whatever. Is it still working? Yep. All right, so that was for the other. We'll re-roll Petite Pony's stuff. That was that for the other little flasher thing. And I'll tell you my answer if you don't feel like watching the video. You're active in the past 10 minutes. 11 minutes. While that builds up, there's if he has them, I don't know. Oh look, out of stock. So if you want one now, yeah, that's a problem. Because it looks like he's out of stock on them. So back orders and meters are currently being shipped. A large back order of new orders also being worked on through after a delay of moving our office. Okay. I will say that the accuracy and the flexibility, and just because it's been here more long term, and you can go look this chip up. This chip is stupid accurate. It's the ATM. He listed here. Yeah, this chip here. It's stupid accurate on the way what this chip is. So there's really no comparison in the accuracy between the Emporia and the circuit setup one. But I will say the Emporia one is an easier to install package, and it's much cheaper. And it's also available. I don't know why Amazon does that to me. Emporia View Gen 2. So I know the answer to this one already, even though they claim they don't sell. I've seen they say they don't do any selling of data, or they were kind of beating around the bush. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot. Let me jump back to Nightbot. All right, so we got 13 people in here. So I'll run my mouth while it builds. Emporia claims they don't, but once you add up all that they got, there's 16 50 amps plus there's the two 200s, so that's 18 clamps. That's for $150. That's nuts. Yeah, it's the Emporia works. It's gonna be a little bit more noisy, but it's gonna work. If you want to see your usage of circuits and hey, is my electric dryer running? Did I leave the stove on? Is the AC compressor running? Stuff like that. Hey, did they leave a bunch of stuff on in the kitchen? I have it on that. Yeah, it's gonna do all that. But is it gonna be as stupid accurate as you can get the circuit setup? I don't think so. But that thing also doesn't need the Emporia doesn't need an extra power supply either. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that last one. What the hell? Okay. Y'all know Tony does like all this software stuff. Does Tony really want that thing? Will we allow it? I don't know. It's meant to be. So we'll let him. We'll let it go. So, Yeah, he does a lot of stuff. So that was for the that little USB flasher that Tony Lamont sent me some extras for doing the Shelly Plus line. So I'm kind of waiting on the chat. So yeah, so I did the whole video thing on that. He doesn't know what he won. That's very true. Now you gotta buy some Shelly One Pluses. They do have some cool ESP32 stuff, so they would be right up your alley for doing ESP32 solo. So yeah, so Tony's very deserving, and it will go towards further stuff with the Blairy project. You know, see, so so there we go. So I did the whole thing with the Emporia video. What was it last week or earlier this week? I think it all runs together. Yeah. This is the one I did, the Emporia stuff. So did I install it in the box? No, I did not install it in the box yet, because supposedly, if it doesn't freaking rain on Friday again, supposedly I will be getting my meter pan swapped with a disconnect outside, so I can go do all the things with the various different stuff without calling the power company. We'll put it to that. So yeah, and the way that video is set up, I kind of did the little short review of just kind of doing it on the desk, and that was so if you didn't want to do, and I think I said like no judging, you didn't want to bring it local to ESP Home, then you could just drop out there, but then you can do it ESP Home. So I do want to if the electrician will let me video some of that, I'm gonna be helping him do some of the things on it, and we're changing out the meter pan, and I'll have my 200 amp disconnect to go to my other panel, and then I could add panel or go do solar stuff or whatever. So yeah. So what else we had? That was a good question, good thing. So I guess in a nutshell, if you can't wait, go with the Emporia. I mean, but hey, if you do want to wait and you want to get something a little more, but you're gonna spend a little more coin, then do the circuit setup. But I don't know how long he's gonna be. So yeah, if y'all know Nexus, in my Discord server, he's probably, I don't know. I don't think he's real, because most electricians that I know don't know how to do Linux stuff. They don't know Zigbee and all this other stuff. They don't know the Linux command line. They don't know about RAIDs and servers, and they typically just know, hey, they know light switches and loads and breakers and code out the yeah. And not saying they're stupid, but they just know their trade. But this dude's not real. Like, he knows like crazy in depth on other damn subjects too, which is nuts. So smart ass dude, I can tell you that. And he's the master. People will come in there with these crazy pictures of their three-way light switch wiring, and I'm just looking at him and my mind's like, what the hell? I'm trying to figure out what's what, and he will just like, oh, that wire is da 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 da, and then it'll tell him what to do, and boom, is done. So yeah. Thoughts on the new Ubiquity doorbell? That G4 thing, G4 Pro, I think it was the G4 Pro or something. I think this is probably the older one. I think it was the G4 Pro, and it's probably in the EA store. Yeah, very true, Justin. When people like, oh, come back, and they like you don't hear from them because like the stuff is right. I've never really been a fan of the Ubiquity cameras. Just haven't been. I know they do have RTSP, but then you have to get into the whole like their Protect ecosystem. And I prefer, as you know me, I like the OnVIF RTSP stuff where I can mix and match cameras. So, I don't know. I'm not in with Ubiquity for doing reviews or anything, so like they don't, and I haven't like hit them up or anything. They'd probably laugh at me anyway, but so yeah, it's like I've got these two here. There was some honker cameras. This is a Daiwa, or yeah, it is a Daiwa, and it's a low light 3.6 millimeter camera. I did buy this one. I wanted to see how well it worked, and a pretty big camera. So, and then this was a chroma color Anki something with actual. No, they do all have LEDs on them. And by the way, these are the best night vision, of course, if you have real light. So, I don't know. With the doorbell stuff, I really been liking. I know it's not perfect, that Amcrest one, that 4 megapixel Amcrest with a human detection, and because then I can do Amcrest to MQTT from it, or you can do the stuff in Home Assistant and get the pushes out of it and everything, and turn the light off and on the bottom and do things. I mean, for the most part, it works pretty well. So, I just haven't. Unify is the bomb. I can't say that, but no, y'all are trying to trigger me. Flying Moose is in here, so I still kind of like their access points. I'm waiting on. If they can right the ship with the 6E line, like they screwed up with the 6 line, and maybe we'll see. So, but anybody else got anything before we head to jet? I think I finished all of my water here. Oh yeah, I think I saw someone posting about the 5-in-1, and I picked up some SDR stuff. I got a neighbor that has one, and it's crazy how much it shows it rained, which is nuts. So, I still have my one AC6LR, but it's frustrating that they kind of hid that there was no Wi-Fi 6 on that line of the 2.4 gigahertz side. So when we start to get into the ESP32 stuff that does Wi-Fi 6, and no, Wi-Fi 6 is more than just 5 gigahertz. It's also 2.4 gigahertz. But there'll be ESP32 chips. I think it's like the H something, that they're going to take advantage of these, I'll call it super sleep mode. Think of like Zigbee devices. So think of like you could do like coin cell based ESP32s on Wi-Fi that sleep and work well. So, but if you have the AP6LR like I do, you won't be using them because it does not support Wi-Fi 6 on 2.4 gigahertz. The Pro AC6, that's AC6, the Wi-Fi 6 Pro by Ubiquity does support Wi-Fi 6 on 2.4 gigahertz. There's too many numbers here and this late in the day. But they don't have 4x4 MIMO on the 2.4 gigahertz. So, so I'm trying to see what they do with the 6E line. All right, everybody. We don't have anything else going on. I'm going to roll out, and then y'all will see my favorite color polo shirt. And I know y'all have seen some of that clip before, but I still laugh at it. So that was a fun little time me and him did doing that video. So, all right, Mac, everybody, if you got any other questions and whatever, hit me up in, I think this is the command, the Discord server, see you around in there, and hopefully we'll try to do more of these again. I know I've been bad doing the live stream stuff, but we'll jump in there and continue to do stuff. So. All right, y'all take it easy. So what you're about to see is just not serious. It's all parody. If there's any resemblance to actual real characters, it's truly just a coincidence, I promise. This week on Digital DIY, we're going to show you how to get rid of your farmer's tan. Is this your shirt?
Yes. We use this remote to transport the.
What the hell is even that?
I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what?
We have a reputation to uphold.
Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload.
They're gonna get so butthurt over this video. And they're just gonna be like, oh my God, I just wanna put like all the bad comments in this video. And they're gonna be like, y'all shouldn't have done this, and it's horrible, and they're gonna be reporting the video even though we didn't show anything, and you have fun, right?
Yeah. And please don't call the cops.
To call the cops for what? We didn't do anything.
Like this bad video.
Told you I'ma do me, why you